Hey guys, Future Rez here. I just wanted to give you a heads up that my audio is kind of shit during this podcast, so please don't give me too much flack for it. I still have to fucking figure out what the hell's going on. I'm so fucking confused. Sorry, I sound like a fucking Autobot. Enjoy. Hello and welcome back to the Perfect Podcast. I am your co-host, Rez, and this is my other co-host, Ethan.
Hello, how's it going, guys? I am Ethan. We are back. We're having fun. We're going to be doing this. This is our podcast, the Perfect Podcast.
Yeah, the perfect PP.
PP, as we call it. The one time was a thing. If you remember it, you don't.
Yeah.
This is our episode 1, where we get to talk about us and things. And this will be a podcast about everything under the sun, basically, from our own experiences to things going on currently to every little thing, basically. And anything you can think of, we may just talk about it. So things can get weird, things can get raunchy, things can get interesting, but I sure hope they are entertaining.
Things are gonna get wet and wonky.
If that's how you want to describe it, that means it was a great podcast. So, I mean, I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for this. We've been wanting to get back into the game for a little bit. Just kind of as like a breather from other stuff. We don't really get to talk a lot, so it's kind of nice to do it like this. And we can also talk to you guys.
Yeah,
so.
It's good to spend time with each other and just simply have a conversation. That's really nice. So this is kind of going to be our thing. This is going to be our first introduction episode, which we're going to be talking about ourselves, getting to know you guys, or you guys get to know us, actually. I don't think you guys will be talking in this episode. So anyway, yeah, you guys will be getting to know us, what we're about, what we've done on the internet, and different things, and you'll get to learn more as these episodes go on. But this is going to be our basic introduction episode. So I'm going to give the floor to Rez, kind of talk about himself and talk about what internet presence you've had over the years, because that's basically, we're both content creators and we're coming together to make this podcast.
So, I'd say most of my internet presence has taken place. It started around like 8th grade. If we want to start there in general. And I used to do a lot of comedy and that kind of stuff. I was heavily influenced by that from people I used to watch, but I did some weird shit.
He did do a lot of weird
like
shit.
I ate a fucking onion. that was one of the videos.
Yeah.
Maybe if I ever reveal my face, I will show that video, definitely. That will be to be one.
And he says he was in 8th grade, but let me tell you, it does not look like he was in 8th grade. That this man had a glow up.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, you had a glow up. You're much older now, or you look older now, and you're ripped. You got abs.
Yeah.
He's got abs. He's got abs. He's got big biceps. He's got a flowing head of hair. Yeah. He's your basic porn star. So
yeah, basic porn star.
Yeah.
Johnny Sin's twin.
Yeah, or actually anti-Johnny. You got hair.
Yeah, I'm anti-Johnny.
You're anti-John.
But, oh my
yeah.
God. But yeah,
I started with skits and things like that.
I started with skits most of the time, and then I was, after a while, I was like, maybe this isn't it for me, so being the goober I am, I started trying to record gaming content just by recording a TV screen.
We all have that.
Yeah.
I think everyone that's ever tried to make YouTube videos or anything like that, eventually you have that moment in your career.
And the funny part is that I was like, oh yeah, I'm never going to be one of those guys who records a screen with his phone. I'm like, fuck, I'm one of those guys.
He's one of those guys.
But actually, my first gaming video, I did Smash, and I was actually more interested in playing professionally. But if you've seen my recent content, I suck asshole.
If anyone out there has witnessed any of our Fortnite streams, and I will preface these streams because, oh my God, remember John?
Yeah, I remember John. How could I forget him?
John, the AI llama character, sometimes out-killed Rez. John would get kills, but Rez wouldn't, and it was so bad. It was so scary. I didn't know that was possible. And I'm sorry to dog on you.
No, it's okay.
But he is no longer a competitive gamer.
No, please fucking
Remember when I almost
stop
made it to
me.
New York?
Okay, we'll get into that in a later podcast. Don't get me started.
I almost made it to New York for the Fortnite World Cup. Anyway.
But yeah, so as Ethan very nicely put,
That was
I'm not-
aggressive, and I want it to be known. I've been upset about that topic before, and we have lost tournaments.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. But yeah, I don't play competitively anymore. It was a short-lived thing. But then, me and Ethan met, and then that's when we got our PCs around the same time. So, and one of the first solo videos I recorded was a Minecraft Let's Play, which is another thing that I could possibly upload. It was deep-fried audio and all. So
And what did you use to record
I use fucking Bandicam.
Bandicam?
Here, I'll say that again for the people in the back. Bandicam.
And let me tell you, this guy tried to sell me on Bandicam. This guy told me Bandicam was the way to go, and I did not want to spend money. So I was like, damn, I can't record, because apparently they all cost money, but turns out that was not the case. Again, we were younger and we were dumb, and we didn't have as much knowledge as we do now. But we've grown, haven't we?
I still fucking have Bandicam.
Yeah, he
though.
still...
So suck my
He
balls.
doesn't use it, though.
No. I'm way more cultured. I use OBS. Like a classy young lad.
Yeah.
But
Very classy.
yeah, so I fucked around with Minecraft Let's Plays for a little bit, but I was horrible at solo commentary, and then I kind of just, I guess, plateaued. I don't know what you would say, but just kind of fell off a little bit.
Mhm.
And then when me and Ethan became closer, he tried to convince me to start streaming on Twitch, and I was like, I ain't doing that shit. And then he's like, do it, pussy. I'm like, fine.
Well, it was us and then two of our other friends.
Well, yeah, for the
So-
first stream we did, but
Yeah.
the first stream, speaking of, we did Phasmophobia, which was pretty fun with the four of us, two other friends.
That's still on your channel.
Yeah, it's still on my channel.
Yeah, he made a video out of the VOD, and it's still on the channel.
I think-
I go back and watch it sometimes because it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was my first editing job too. I've gotten way better, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to bring up my logo too, because I know you said you had some questions about that at one point. About,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why-
because why is it a cloud?
Mhm.
It's this talking cloud, especially when he has it set up right.
right.
And it just looks like it's yelling at you all the time. So
Okay.
I was really wondering why is this cloud yelling at me in his content?
Okay. Give me a chance. Okay, so first it started off as a completely different name, and I ain't gonna fucking tell you fucking cocksuckers because you guys can't fucking find it. And then I switched to Rez because I've always been a big fan of healing characters and games and that kind of shit. So that's always interested me. And then I also had lightning bolts and shit for my name, around my name and shit, because I'm a huge fan of the Flash, and that used to be my color scheme, which was like the,
Rez is really fast too.
as you can tell by my silhouette.
This
I am super
96-year-old
98.
African American male. He is still moving fast though.
Yes. And so fuck.
Really like your white sleeves and pants today.
Yeah, thank you. But also for if you're also wondering, because I don't think I've told you this, I also have the uppercase Z and R was because of a famous Smash Bros. Player, and his name is Zero, and I kind of took inspiration from that, kind of threw it in there, and then kind of mixed that shit up, and I was like, as much as I like the color scheme of the Flash and whatnot, I was just like, red is like too intense for my kind of vibe for a channel.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And
You got more bottom vibes, so I mean, Red is a little too
Fuck you.
intense.
Shut
You wanted
the
that
fuck
cool
up.
purple.
Yeah, I went to a purple and white color scheme, and then I was like, I need something more more brand recognition type beat, because Ethan's got the fucking goofy ass controller,
Blue and black.
and I was like, maybe I'll make this fucker a cloud, and that's kind of where I am.
It works.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
I
And
made
what
it
did you
fucking-
make it in, Rez?
Yeah, I was gonna say I fucking made it in Google Drawing.
And if you look at it, it's actually really good though. For being made in Google Draw, you did a really good job.
I was surprised by my work, but it's still fucking Google Drawing.
It is still a Google Draw, but you did a great job.
And
with
it's
it, though.
funny too when I whip up thumbnails. If I make the image too big, it will get blurry because of how shit the quality is.
Do you use that for your thumbnails and everything?
What?
Google Draw.
No.
Oh, okay.
I use the thing from Google Draw and I move it
Okay.
to Photoshop.
Gotcha.
I'm not that fucking crazy. I mean,
Yeah, I was about to like freak out.
some privated videos on the channel I have now.
Also on Pornhub.
Yeah, on Pornhub too. I actually did use Google Drawing to make the thumbnail, but those are gone from existence, so don't worry about it. But yeah, and then sorry for changing the subject about the logo. I thought it was just kind of neat to explain, but after starting to stream with you a bunch, definitely you started going off and doing your own thing with Ethan Encounters, and obviously I helped a little bit, but it was more your baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, well, pissed, what am I gonna fucking do now? And I was like, okay, I guess I could solo stream, but I don't know, I need change. So I was like, what if I go to YouTube, there's a bunch of
Worst idea.
Hey, shut the fuck up, let me finish. Why I go to YouTube, and I'll be like, hey, a lot of people are moving there. Okay, now you can make fun of me.
Okay, well, right before he did this, he's like, yo, dog, I'm thinking about going to YouTube. And I said, no way, don't do it. And what happened, Rez?
I did it.
Well, he did it, but
And
then
then
what happened, Rez?
I got literally zero traction.
Okay, so I did. This is kind of my "I told you so" of the episode because I was very passionate about don't go to YouTube, but he ended up doing it. Which I mean, good for you. You got to experience a different platform for a while.
Yeah,
I guess on
which
the
was
streaming
nice,
side because
yeah.
I've done all three now.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Facebook Gaming, YouTube, Twitch,
Right.
kind of the top three. So I've seen them all, but you got to experience what that was like.
Yeah, it was a nice change of scenery, if anything. It got me into the mindset of it's okay for me to stream by myself, because I used to have no confidence in myself when it came to it, and I was always so anxious about it.
Mm-hmm.
But when I kind of threw myself into the Thunderdome there, that's when it was just, I had fun. I was playing, like, goofy-ass fucking, like, Sonic Unleashed, fucking Kirby. I was playing a whole bunch of shit, so...
Right. And for
But-
those at home, I just want to talk on that for a second, is the whole confidence thing.
Mhm.
Is when you see people go live, we are in a room by ourselves, talking to no one. Like, we are talking to no one, and we have to be entertaining to no one, essentially. You
Right.
don't see anyone there laughing or doing anything, except for if you are chatting, and if you have, like, 5 people that are just kind of there, not talking at
Lurking,
all,
yeah.
lurking in your chat, you are still talking to no one. So it makes it very difficult, and that can be really like, okay, all of a sudden these people are watching me and I'm in my bedroom in my house and I'm, it's really weird. So I mean, building that confidence, it does take a bit. So
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it to be that difficult, because when you hear people trying to stream, they're like, oh yeah, it's super easy.
yeah, you watch these guys on Twitch that have thousands of viewers and things like that or
Right.
something. You're like, oh, that looks so freaking easy.
Well,
Anyone can do
and
that.
don't get me wrong, compared to like doing like a 9 to 5, yeah, this is fucking butt fuck easy.
Right.
But like when you like actually look at it, you have to be pretty entertaining. And I'm not trying to like we're not trying to like toot our own horns in any way or anything. We're just trying to, I don't know. It's just very interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah. No, you're right. So where are you at? Because that kind of brings you up to the current time. So what's your current things that you're doing right now that you're in the works or upcoming for Res?
So recently I did some solo VR stuff. I loved it. I want to do more, but my PC is god awful. So at some point in the future, I need to upgrade.
You're telling me, buddy.
Yeah. His
Mine
PC's
died.
dead. Yeah.
I can't make gaming content right now. Currently, he's my editor on the side, and he is currently editing VODs from like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's really fun. It's from my old setup.
Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy that you still have those.
Yeah, it's
somehow.
wild that when I first cracked open we're talking about the Far Cry video, by the way, that he has up on his channel right now.
Yeah.
When I first threw that into Premiere, I was like, holy fuck.
That's an oldie.
Yeah. It just fucking shocked me. But yeah, some projects I'm doing right now, this is one of them.
Yeah.
This is going to be my child, as is Ethan's Encounters, is, his
Mine.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But, and then I'm also just working on funny moment content type style stuff, and that's really all I have in the chamber right now. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully I want to get back to solo streaming more, and streaming with, hopefully, Ethan once he gets his shit together.
Yeah, once I get a new PC. Hopefully it's going to be a crispy PC. I can't wait to actually get a decent one, because I'm going to splurge on this one. Now that I actually have stuff that I have priorities with my PC now. As when I first started, one, I didn't have a job, and two, I was like, didn't want to spend too much money. I thought what I spent was a lot of money, and then I realized, no, I did not spend a lot of money. So, we're going to get a nice one this time. But, is that...
Yeah, I think that catches everyone up to
on
the
Res
lore.
The Res lore. Let's talk about my shitbox.
Oh, God. We're getting Ethan lore now.
What time are we at, big man?
Oh, we're cooking with Crisco. 17.
Okay, there we go. So, Ethan. What is Ethan? So, I started my content. I know I was in the 6th grade. What that gives me for time, I believe it's been 10 years. Around.
Damn.
It might be, it's around 10 to 12 years ago that I started my content career. I'll say that I started at that time because everything I made before that was like little skits, kind of like what you did. But I wasn't really on the grind as much as, like, I feel like you posted more of that than I did. But I really started grinding when I was in 6th grade. I found out the PS4 can record and there can be audio. And I'm like, man, my 6th grade
mind was blown.
Yeah, my 6th grade dick was erect because I'm like, man, I'm going to become a YouTuber right now, and you can upload straight off the PlayStation 4. It's perfect, but you can only record 15-minute increments. So I posted daily for a long time. I'd record because they're 15-minute videos. I didn't edit; you could post it right on. So I would make like 8 videos at a crack, in a day, and I'm like, oh, I'm good for a week now. And I'd like post the same shit, and I did try to throw in some variety and everything else.
Right.
So I went through like a couple different brand names and things for a few years, and I got better in some places because I found Window Movie Maker, and I had a laptop at one point, so I was able to take it off get a flash drive, take the videos off my PlayStation 4, splice them together, and I'm like, man, that was perfect. I'd like put a stupid ass photo in the beginning, and I have like an intro and an outro, and I put like some stupid song, probably got copyrighted anyway. So it was a lot of fun. That was the Stone Age for me though.
Right.
And eventually it led up. I was Lord Ethan 555, and I kind of at the time had this had a girlfriend. Really, she needed my time. So this woman needed my time. So basically, I could not do content for like over a year. I didn't make a single thing. And then what ended up happening, and this was getting near the end of the relationship, is I got my wisdom teeth out. Okay? And this is something that I don't really contribute to or I haven't really talked about as contributing to my eventual content creation. Was I got my wisdom teeth out, and that lady, for lack, I could say worse things. That lady could not come to my house. We were in high school, so of course I'm at home. I guess she was not coming to my house. I was recovering. Okay, so this was the first time in a long time that I hadn't spent time with her every single day.
Right.
It was like for like 3 days I had complete free time, and I streamed Apex Legends for like 3 days. I streamed it, and I was so good at Apex Legends for no reason on the PlayStation 4, and so I was winning like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, I'm super hyped. I have no viewers, but I'm on Twitch and I'm live. And I'm on 555, and I was like freaking out, and I have like puffy cheeks and shit, and I'm like having a blast. Yeah, I'm like freaking out, man. I won like 3 games in a row. Like, you don't do that, you know. So I was having so much fun, and then not even 2 months later, her and I broke up.
That was a whole debacle.
That was when the before times of this podcast. That's around when it started.
Right. Yeah.
And then we ended up getting our PCs, and then we started making actual content. So that was really fun.
I'd say that's when like the official grind began.
Yeah, that's really when we got going. So it was a lot of fun. What happened with the name was I had to get my Twitch account to a different email. I had to switch names, and I had to do all this stuff, and I had to change it up, obviously, so I went Lord Ethan 55 instead of Lord Ethan 555. So the 2 5s instead of the 3 5s, and I had 30 days to change, or in 30 days I could change to that 3 5s, but I'd already gained traction. I was streaming every single day for at least 3 to 4 hours a day for a long time. It was at least 30 days. And
you were.
That was all by myself.
Yeah, he's like, don't stream with me.
Yeah, I would not let my friends stream with me. And I'll give you guys my reason why I did it. And, you know, if you guys want to use this yourselves, if you're looking to get into it, it's good advice. Start streaming by yourself. Do it, grind hard. And I attribute this to, like, making my character and, like, developing my on-camera personality. Was I just only did it by myself, and I was able to develop my own audience before my friends joined in, and I didn't want to feel like I was just the only reason I was getting viewers was because of my friends, or vice versa. And that's kind of, I developed that personality, so then I don't have to rely on my friends at all. Really, if I want to stream on my own, I can stream on my own, and I'm gonna do just as well as when I'm with friends. So that's kind of what I was trying to develop throughout my content.
Right, and I hate to admit, but I did fall into that trap. So I'm like the living embodiment of what he's trying to say. This is, you can see the.
This is Cuck the Clock.
Cuck the Clock.
Cuck the Clock likes to make his entrance whenever the hour is up, and they will let us know.
I'm assuming 10 dings at the end.
We've been counting dings on
3. I hate this fucking clock so much. 10. Oh, I called it.
That was 10. You're right. That's weird though, because it's 2 fucking o'clock.
Yeah.
Don't know why it dings 10 times.
I think my sister said something about how the fucking dings were all backwards or something like that.
I love that clock though.
I fucking hate it.
I love it.
Sorry guys, that's my fucking annoying ass clock.
It's Cuck the Clock.
Cuck the Clock.
Yeah,
He's probably gonna be a special guest.
Just likes to remind us that it's there every once in a while in the corner of the
Attention
room.
whore.
Yeah. So, anywho, what were you saying? You were exactly like.
Oh yeah, I'm the embodiment of his.
What I was trying not to do.
Yeah, and it, like, because forever I would only stream with him because obviously, like I said, I was horrible at building up that confidence compared to Ethan. He's way better.
Well, I already had that. Well, that's the thing. I built that confidence. You know, for those first 2 weeks that I was streaming on my own, I'd get nervous before I would hit the live button.
Right.
I'd be sitting there, I'm like, man, not yet. I don't want to do it yet. And then eventually I'd hit it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm fine anyway. And then eventually I didn't even have that.
Yeah, so he had more time to, I guess, acclimate and be by himself. When I was going into it, he was the one who was pushing me to do Twitch in the first place. So it's not like I really had that fire there to begin with. I had to kind of build the logs up, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping I can kind of get in my own swing of things, and I would love to try to do something like what he did, where just solo streaming for a certain amount of days, seeing what happens, because it's really important to build up your own brand. I know we sound like fucking idiots talking about this because we're like nobodies,
Right.
but I still think it's valuable advice.
Well, I
so.
had my own audience. I mean, I had
Right.
a community. I did.
Right, and you got a decent chunk of a following just
Yeah.
from doing what you're doing.
Right, and that was really what I wanted to do. Is just I could see that you could develop a following doing what I did. What I really wanted to do is I want you to have the same exactly. So, and you were, I mean, Rez is a really funny guy. I really enjoy Rez. Not trying to get sappy on episode 1. But he's a really great guy. So I was like, people are gonna love you. I'd love to have you have something like I've built myself. You should definitely be doing this. It's
Right.
kind of like my thought process behind it. So that's kind of the start of our Twitch career. And then things kind of went weird.
Yeah.
And I was streaming every single day. It was months. Months I went streaming daily. And if you've ever been on that grind, I just know some people out there have. It's a grind. And this is really kind of where things get weird. Because one, COVID happened. I was unemployed. I was a teenager.
Right.
And I discovered what alcohol was. Okay? These were all a mixture to create a disaster, and it did. I fell apart hardcore. I was a broken man.
That was Ethan's villain arc.
Yeah, Ethan.
Sad villain arc.
Very sad villain. Well, okay, and at the time we had another situation with another girl that we broke up. I was really sad, got really drunk, ended up biting my sim racing steering wheel on live
It was.
and crying.
You're just self-reporting all of it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I like to
It's
talk about it. It's
fucking-
funny now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's funny now. At the time, it was a serious situation because I ended up becoming employed and showing up to Walmart drunk to work. So that wasn't cool. Don't underage drink, kids. You'll get addicted. So that's a thing.
Lesson.
Yeah, don't do that. That ain't fun. So all of that together and streaming, it was not a good situation.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So
He's doing better now.
I'm doing
worry.
good. I'm fine. I'm not an alcoholic, by the way. I know that might make me sound like an alcoholic, but I'm not. Not anymore.
He clawed out of there.
Yeah, I clawed on out of there. I was doing good. And so now I'm here now. I began a project. It was just a year ago. Year and some months. It's called Ethan Encounters. And basically that is where me and whoever I choose, Lewis Rez, goes on all of the adventures for the most part. But we go to different haunted locations and different places around the country to see if anything weird happens. We spend the night at some of the weirdest places, and we
Talk
get
to
to
dead
film it
people.
all, and we talk to dead people. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to make I don't know if we want to try to make this about Ethan Encounters.
Right,
But
right. No, yeah.
Since we're talking about our content, I want to know, because I went in a believer already in like spiritual stuff and things of that nature, because I had some experiences. So he went into this completely fresh. He's like, I'll be your camera guy, whatever bogus shit you're gonna be doing, I'll be there for you, because we've always supported each other in our content creation. So he didn't believe going into this, and I just kind of want to know, from your starting point to now, where of things, kind of give them the arc.
All right. I'll give the
You don't
long
need to
and
go
short
through.
of
Yeah,
it.
you don't need to
Alright.
go through each progression of each episode.
Let's
we've
go.
Done, but
Let's give you the fucking episode preview. All right. So at the beginning, Ethan's like, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to dead people." I'm like, "Okay. I mean, we're pals. I guess I'll do it." And then I'm like, "This shit is gonna be fucking."
you thought it was gonna be dumb. I was like, dude, we're gonna go play Faz IRL. Get ready.
And just to preface this, I am horrible when it comes to horror games. I shit my pants. It is embarrassing. But the first place we went, we actually never uploaded it.
There's reasons.
Yeah, but
We're better now.
Yeah, we went to a place called Edinburgh, and there we had encounters with asylum patients and stuff like that. And I was like, okay. I mean, I heard people talk through the box, the spirit box. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And I thought I had someone lick my neck, so that was pretty wacky.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep rolling past that one.
No, I'll keep going. And then, and then we went to, what was the next place?
I said you don't need to go through each episode. You're good.
No, I'm trying to go through my stages of belief here.
Broadhead was our next place. We went to the school.
Yeah, Broadhead was the place where I was like, oh, bazinga.
There's stuff going on.
Yeah,
like, this might actually
lights,
be something.
He had the mag lights, which are just lights that
They
that twist on and off or whatever. And we're not going to hold how they work. Look it up, nerd.
Go watch my videos.
Yeah.
Link in
nerds.
Description if you want to know more shit about this.
But I was like, holy fuck, those are turning on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I believe that shit.
Yeah.
And then we went to the last place that like really got my gimblies jimbling was the Granger House. And that place we talked to a good guy named Earl.
Yeah.
Interesting fella. Mm-hmm. He built the house and whatnot. And Ethan had this music box where basically the spirit stands in front of it.
It's a motion detector.
Yeah. And I was like, we were just asking it yes or no questions like it was a casual Sunday morning and we're having fucking coffee with him. I'm like,
yeah.
Huh.
It's getting really real.
Piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yep, that's the episode recap for you.
Yeah, we've had some really real shit happen. So it's kind of cool that I got to take you from, what the fuck? Okay, Ethan, yeah, we're going to talk to dead people to, oh shit, yeah, we're going to go talk to dead people.
Right.
Like, it's really strange. And Ethan Encounters, it's not going to be just about that. I mean, that's kind of my thing right now. It's going to be about anything really IRL. My tagline is always on an adventure. I'm there to encounter something new all the time. Mm-hmm. So it can be literally anything I want it to be. And that's kind of my favorite thing about it. It's definitely, I'm passionate about it. I'm very passionate about it. There's a lot of people in that field because you come along, we do everything very legit. There's not a whole lot to it. We just go and we talk, and sometimes things happen, sometimes they don't. And that's just, either way, we are on a cool adventure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for us, at least for me personally, I should say that I don't really see a point in faking it. Like
there's enough that can happen.
Right. It's just like, why would you fake that? It's so boring.
Yeah.
Like maybe if we're trying to make money off of it or something, right. But it's just like,
yeah.
Why
would you? I don't know. I'm out there just trying to show people what real paranormal is compared to what you see on TV.
Right.
Some of the stuff you see on TV is just so faked and whatnot. I'm trying to show people what it really is like because it is real. But those TV shows do dramatize a lot of stuff. So,
we try to keep it real.
We kept it real so far. We're doing good. We don't go running down hallways or screaming because it ain't that scary. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because I said I was shitting my pants when I played games like Faz. And when I went to the first place, I was actually like way less scared than I thought I would be.
Well, to be fair, you didn't believe either.
Right. Yeah. I should say the better example would be Broadhead because I had like a semblance of an idea what was going on.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of like, like this is kind of neat.
This is kind of cool. Yeah.
So
I'm more going with like this is fucking cool compared to I'm going to shit myself
right
now. So that's kind of how I go. Mm-hmm. But it's really cool. It's my side project for the most part. It's become my main project. Mm-hmm. Really, it's a lot of fun. I can say that. Lord Ethan 55 is currently on a back burner because, like I said, my PC is dead. I'd love to get back into it.
Yeah, no
I
biggie.
really would love to go live again.
I'm carrying that channel, no biggie.
You really are. He's carrying my YouTube channel. Sadly, we cannot carry the Twitch channel currently. So we're going to. I would love to see the Twitch channel again. I do enjoy going live. It has become something that I also love to do. I love to be in front of an audience. It's been a thing. Twitch really gives you to see. Okay, I don't want to get to a depressing point on this, but I come from a big family, and I'm the youngest in a big family. I oftentimes also come from a family that likes to speak over one another, and that's my biggest pet peeve. So when I'm live on Twitch, I can go live, and I can just talk. And I don't know why we have the ability to do this, but we can talk as long as we want and say just about whatever we want. So that is really strange.
It's funny you say that because I end up still cutting you off sometimes.
You do, but literally I can go live after we're done being live. I can go live the next minute and be just by myself.
Right.
I can go live anytime by myself. So that's kind of
The freedom is nice.
yeah. I can just talk
without
to people
being
right now.
fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a really cool part about it, and that's probably why I like being in front of a camera, because there's people on the other side of this camera, and you're not going to talk over me right now.
Right.
I'm going to talk to you.
You don't have mouths.
You don't have mouths. But
Suck
what that
it.
mouth do though?
Huh?
Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of. I didn't mean to get into that depressing kind of.
That wasn't
point.
depressing.
But that is kind of me. I do the gaming. I do the encounter stuff.
No, now we talked. We filled out the lore quota for both of us. I think it's fair to talk about what the fuck this is. What we're doing
What
now.
we're doing right now. Yes. What time are we at? Just so we can.
We're at 37. We got a few minutes left. I think it's good to just
we're gonna
go
try
through.
to keep it around 45.
45 is the baseline, so
Yeah.
I always expect that.
At least 45-minute episodes, so we can talk
Around
and
that,
chat
yeah.
and talk about literally anything.
Yeah. We might talk about like fucking aliens or
We might talk about crazy shit, and it's not going to be just like ghosts and aliens and stuff. It could be childhood stories, different
Yeah,
things
yeah.
from here and there, experiences we had from week to week, or just a topic that we thought about during the week and we're like, I would really like to know Rez's take, or things
Right.
like that, or someone else's take, or
And-
your guys's.
and it's really nice too because we haven't really talked like a lot since since the beginning of you starting Ethan Encounters, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I've kind of fallen off.
Right, and like obviously we'd see each other when we record, but now we've been seeing each other a little bit more lately, and this podcast is a great excuse to do that.
Yeah.
So it really will, I don't know, it'll help engage our big Brians, our big brains.
If that's what you want to say we have, then yes, we will engage our big Ryans.
With stupid shit or with actually interesting conversation.
I want a warning that we will get weird, we will get raunchy, we will say some weird things at times, and we will have fun. And if you don't like that, then this probably ain't the podcast for you.
Yeah, fuck off.
We're gonna have a good time, and we will say whatever we want for the most part. And it's never gonna have like a very specific theme from week to week. So just be ready for some random craziness that everybody may bring.
And don't take our goofy shit seriously either. I
Yes.
feel like that's important to preference in this day and age.
Yeah, about 75% of the time we are just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very good chance. A lot of stuff we say back and forth. We both love each other, but we also both hate each other.
Kill you.
Yeah. Bleep that out. We can't
Okay,
actually
I'll bleep
say that.
Okay. Game end yourself.
Yeah. Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, Control
thyself.
Alt F4.
Yeah. So we both love each other. So like we give each other a lot of crap. And yes, bro fists.
Okay.
I love your white gloves.
You can see my fist on your side.
Yeah, they're white gloves.
Yeah, I'm like Mikey Mouse.
Mikey Mouse.
Sorry, me and my old age. 98 really gets to you.
Yeah, it's all right, buddy. we like to goof around and have a good time. So we will give each other crap, and no, we are not hurting each other's feelings. This is how we communicate together,
Yep.
and we enjoy making the crap out of each other. So don't ever feel bad for him whenever I talk about his siblings and how I want to have the intercourse with them, or whenever he just calls me dumb
Or
cuck.
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 Or gay.
Yeah. Gay's a frequent one.
Bisexual. It's more frequent. Just like how he's sitting bisexually.
I do kind of sit weird. I've noticed that even more and more, and it's become something that, yeah, I do notice now.
Bro, I literally look like a bubble when I sit. I think you're fine.
The dirty bubble.
No, alright guys. Thanks for
This is a
coming
good
by.
podcast. The dirty bubble. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Why is it so accurate?
That is so funny. Oh, that's good. That's
All
good.
right.
I love it. Well, there will be some SpongeBob references, I guess.
God.
But I
Alright.
think that's gonna be a good wrap up.
Yeah,
for today.
I know we just said 45 minutes is the quota, but our fucking storage has been wacky.
This is our third podcast we've recorded today of the same thing, and so
It's been rough. Hopefully we'll get more together next time.
next week is gonna be way better. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get it figured out.
But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this new format we got going on. And check out our links in the description.
Yes, everything that we have talked about with our channels and everything will all be linked down below between our Twitches, our YouTubes, our everything. So please go like it. We'll have lists of both down there. So go,
Yes, sir.
go check that out for sure.
Well-
On the Dirty Bubble and Ethan.
We're out.